Hello ladies, welcome back to my channel. If you are new here, my name is Aisha. I'm a certified trauma-informed coach, and I am on a mission to help 1 million women become their most confident and successful selves with the use of law of assumption. If you have not yet subscribed, go ahead and hit that button and tap the bell icon to be notified so you never miss out on powerful tips, inspiring stories, and essential guidance so that you too can manifest the life of your dreams. Today's video, I'm going to be covering the topic of lack and manifesting from lack. And I actually thought of the perfect analogy to describe this for you and why it is not recommended to manifest from that space of lack. So lack, or feeling a lack of something, it's the absence, it's the energy of not having, it is the energy of not being in that state that you desire to be in. And it is sort of like when you are hungry. When you are hungry, you are lacking nutrients. You are lacking the sugars that your brain and body need to have energy, or you're lacking protein that your muscles need. You are lacking something, and your body is cueing you that you're hungry to inform you that it's lacking those nutrients. It's lacking those components. But when you're super hungry, right? I think any of us has gone to the grocery store hungry, or we've been out running errands and we find ourselves super hungry, we don't always make the best food choices. And the hungrier we are, the more desperate we are for food, the more we are likely to reach for something sugary, something that is fatty, something that is convenient, right? A candy bar or soda or drive-through food. Or when you're shopping hungry, you're most likely going to get some snacks. You're going to get crackers and chips and sweets and cookies and cakes, right? Because your brain is like demanding nutrients right now. Versus when you eat a meal before you go to the grocery store. When you eat before you go out to run errands, you're not as likely to make those poor food choices. Well, when you are manifesting from lack, it is the same thing. When you are so focused on the need, so focused on the absence of what you're desiring, you're not manifesting from your core self, you're manifesting from that state of desperation. And lack energy really is a form of desperation. It is the feeling of, I don't have this thing, I really want it, I need it now, I'm impatient, I don't want to wait. And when you do that, it influences how you make decisions. It influences the actions you take. It influences who you're being in that state. And again, this analogy perfectly highlights how when we are feeling fed, when we are feeling full, when we are feeling satisfied with life, we choose better for ourselves. We're able to go and shop for produce and get salads and veggies and fruits and healthy foods. We're able to completely skip those processed food aisles. We're able to look through the bakery and only buy what we really need or what we really know that we want to treat ourselves with. And it's not informed by that hunger. It's not being driven by that hunger. And so often what you're manifesting is being driven by that hunger feeling, that feeling of absence. And it's really difficult. You would have to have such extreme self-discipline to make good choices in desperate moments. Whereas if you know how this works, if you know that being hungry or being desperate or feeling needy or feeling lack is influencing your decision, you can find ways to fulfill yourself first and then decide what you're going to, purchase, what you're going to consume, what you're going to consciously bring into your experience. When we are allowing that primal drive to influence us, it can be so wasteful of our time and our energy, and it can lead us to making decisions and manifesting things that we don't actually want, like not truly. We want them in the moment because it's a quick fix. And, that feeling of like, I need this is actually driving what you truly need away from you. because you cannot be in the energy of I don't have it and simultaneously hold the state of it's already done, I have what I want. This also brings me back to the conversation of gratitude. I cannot speak about gratitude enough, but it's impossible to manifest the best things for you if you're not doing it from a place of gratitude. And I know that if you're going through hardship, difficulty, financial or emotional or physical, it might feel impossible. It might feel like, how can I be grateful for what I have in this moment? I come back to being grateful for the breath. Be grateful that you have air in your lungs. Be grateful that you are conscious. Be grateful that you are alive. Obviously, if you are watching this video or listening to this video, you have some type of internet connection. You have an electronic device. That's something to be grateful for. Most of you have food in your fridge and pantry. You have, clothing that is comfortable to wear and protects you from the elements, and you live in a home that is mostly comfortable, mostly safe, if not completely comfortable and safe. Most people watching this are not going through an extreme hardship right now, and even if you are, let this be a reminder that there's still blessings in your life to be grateful for. When you hold that state of gratitude, more good comes into your life, because when you hold that positivity in your essence, in your energy, every action you do from there, you feel delighted in doing. I find when I'm most grateful, life feels so easy. Even when hardship comes, if I've been embodying the state of gratitude, nothing feels that hard. Nothing feels that heavy. And it's because I'm not being driven by desperation. I'm not being driven by pain or discomfort. Instead, I'm choosing consciously. I'm more patient with my decision making, and I'm able to make more clear-minded decisions. It is so powerful to be able to discipline yourself enough to know when you're feeling that needy, desperate, lacking energy, and shift into a state of gratitude and manifest from there instead. The basics of manifestation is, if you don't believe that it's possible for you, if you don't believe that it's happening for you, you won't be able to take action or exert the proper effort or create the proper channels and make relationships with people to make your dreams happen. How many times have you said to yourself you want to do something, but you don't even start because it feels too hard? Or it feels like, why bother? I'm not even going to finish it. Or it's going to be too hard for me to persist through. How many times have you talked yourself out of, starting a business or taking a new class or challenging yourself in some way because you've convinced yourself it's too hard? Whereas the people who go into a new venture or start a new task or set a really lofty goal for themselves and tell themselves, I got this, I'm doing this some way, somehow it's going to happen for me. And no matter the obstacles, no matter what interferes, I'm going to do it. They're holding that state of it's basically already done. One example is when you go to college. College can be, 2 years, 4 years, 6 years, 8 years, 10 and beyond, depending on what you're going to study. Well, the people who know that they're going to need to dedicate 10 years of their time, that's a lot of time. That's a lot of life. That's a lot of hours to be sitting in lectures and reading and taking notes and assessing whatever topics you're studying. That's a lot of energy. But those people in their mind, they already said, I'm going to be a doctor. And almost by saying that they're going to be a doctor, it's like they already decided that it's done. They decided that, okay, once I get through these studies, I will be a doctor. And there's no talking them out of it. So when we want to manifest anything in life, we have to believe in it enough and make conscious decisions leading us to the end result. And energetics is so profound in the actions we take. We can take the same action one day with doubt in our minds and fail, and take the same action the next day with confidence in ourselves and succeed. When we are in that state of, I don't know if it's going to happen, I feel doubt, I feel lack, I feel the absence, like, how can I bring this into my life? We're not going to have the mental fortitude to overcome the little challenges, right? Just like when you're grocery shopping, you're not going to have the mental fortitude to not choose the sweets, to not choose the junk food if you're starving. If you're starving, you're going to reach for the quickest sugar that your body can process because your brain is like, I need it, I need it, I need it. And, the same goes in life in general, is when you're not focused on the having of it, when you're not focused on the satisfaction that you believe the desire will bring, you end up being focused on the lack. You end up being focused on that discomfort or, emotional distress or whatever it is that is causing you to have that desire in the first place. And as humans, there's always going to be something more. There's always going to be something more that we're asking for, more that we're desiring. But the more that we try to get from that place of absence, the less fulfilled we're going to be. Even if you're hungry and you grab like a candy bar and eat it, you're not going to be satisfied. For a moment, you're going to feel like, okay, great, I don't feel the hunger pangs anymore, but I still need nutrients. I still need something richer. And that's kind of what happens when you manifest from a state of desperation or lack, is you're going to grab on to the path of least resistance, the fastest, easiest fix. But the fastest and easiest fix is not always a permanent solution, and it's not always going to be the best one. If you're really struggling to get out of that space of I don't have it, ask yourself why you need it so badly. Obviously, with hunger, we understand, yes, our body has physical needs that we need to fulfill. But when it comes to anything like wanting a new home environment or wanting to have an experience like travel or attending some type of concert or, wanting a new business opportunity or wanting a new friendship or relationship with someone, ask yourself, why do you feel the need for it? Why is that need so strong? And is there any way that you can fulfill that need before you make a decision that you cannot turn back on? When you feel loved, for example, when you fill your cup, so to speak, with love and care, and you are really showing yourself affection and showing yourself that you matter and treating yourself like a priority, when love comes into your life, it's extra. And that extra feels like a blanket of warmth and comfort, and it's lovely, but you're not starving for it. And it allows you to be a better partner because you're able to take care of your own needs and you're not expecting the other person to constantly fill your needs, and it's not putting pressure on the manifestation to succeed. When you manifest from desperation and lack, it puts all of this excess pressure on, oh, it has to work. I have to get this job or I'm screwed. I have to have somebody love me or I won't feel loved. I have to have XYZ or I'm going to be unhappy. And that's how a lack of gratitude really sabotages your relationship with manifestation. Because again, if every time you're hungry, you just grab a candy bar, you'll be fulfilled for like 10 minutes. And then you'll have cravings for what you truly desire. Well, the same goes for when you manifest anything. You're getting this instant gratification. It is like a Band-Aid solution, but it's not fulfilling you. It's not enriching you. It's not what you truly, truly desire. So instead of being in that needy, desperate, lacking space, find ways to soothe yourself first and then investigate, do I still want this, right? If you are craving a bag of chips and then you eat like an omelet with some bell peppers and onions and garlic and spinach, you might not want sweets after that. And if you do, then it's a real desire. But more often than not, what we find is when we get what we truly desire, whatever frivolous wants we had disappear. And if we had reached for the little things that we want to get a quick fix, we would still wind up longing for what it is we need. And this is why manifestation teachers tell you don't manifest from lack. It's not that you cannot. It's that what you manifest when you're manifesting from lack is not satisfying. It's not fulfilling. It's often not what's best for you. The best solution to figure out if it's something that you really want is to dig deep into why you feel the desire in the first place. Why deep down do you feel like that will satisfy you? Obviously, on a physical level, things are more logical. It makes sense why you're hungry and you're craving sugar. But in terms of external experiences, the job, the relationship, the health, the money, the body, the height difference, or whatever you desire. Underneath the desire is a deeper desire. So if you're interested in increasing your income, for example, you don't just want the money. Yes, you want the money, but you want what the money represents to you. For some people, money represents safety, stability, security. For other people, money represents status and power and autonomy. It's not about judging yourself for how you define your desire, but it's about knowing what that desire means to you. So, if money means safety, security, and stability for you, the question you should ask is, how can I create feelings of safety, stability, and security in my life right now, even if the money never comes? What does that look like for you? Maybe that looks like strengthening your support system. It looks like building friendships and bonds that are mutually beneficial. Maybe it looks like reaching out to your community in some way, starting a club or a group where you feel safe, and that feeling of having a social network to rely on can create feelings of safety and security. Maybe your need for safety and security comes from a lack of trust. Maybe you need to work on following through with the things that you set out to do. There are too many ways to interpret this on an individual level in one podcast episode, but I hope you're getting the general idea that underneath every desire is a deeper meaning. Everything that we want in this external world is symbolic of something else. If you cannot find a way to fulfill the deeper need, it is going to be that much harder to fight for your manifestation, to persist. The further you feel from what you desire, the further you are from what you desire. This is why the mindset of manifesting is the first thing. It's really the only job that you have to do. Because once you set your mind to it, once you've decided it's yours, your actions will follow through almost automatically. You'll want to show up. Very much like this business for me. When I feel inspired to do something, I'm not thinking about how much time it's going to take. I'm not thinking about the energy expenditure or the effort that I put into it. I just feel confident that when I release either a podcast episode or, as you've seen, I've been posting affirmations videos, I just let the action flow through me because I already feel successful in this business. I already feel confident in my ability to convey this information. I already feel like I'm helping people. I already feel like I'm changing the lives of women out all over the world, and it feels rewarding. I don't need the external results. I don't need the follower manifestation. I don't need any type of external validation that my manifestation is coming about because I trust it. I have faith in it. I'm not manifesting the success in my business from a place of lack, from a place of I don't have it yet. It's not here yet. Instead, I manifest from that place of gratitude. Look how far I've come. Look how much I've done. Look how many people I'm already helping. How many more people can I help? How much more good can I do in this world? Those are the questions and the thought patterns that I have surrounding this specific example of something I've manifested. And that's the approach I take to everything in life. How good can it get? It's already so good. How much better can things get? If your life feels good to you in one area and you feel lack in another, use the gratitude you have in one area and borrow it to feel confident in another. One example of this, and I always talk about how my conscious manifestation journey really started when I started to improve my health significantly. So I was able to manifest short-term success. I would lose some weight. I would feel good. I'd be on a certain diet, get on a certain exercise routine, and then I would stop because my story did not match my actions. The old story kept pulling me back. But once I decided I've got this and I had success, I used that as proof that this works. I use that as proof that I can do anything. So once I was satisfied with my health and I was struggling in other areas of life, I said, you know what though? I'm so grateful to be healthy. At least I'm healthy. At least I have this. And it allowed me to, instead of manifesting from lack, it allowed me to say, I'm so happy and satisfied with my health. What would it feel like to be happy and satisfied just like this with my career and business? What would it feel like to be satisfied and happy like I am with my health in relationships? What would it feel like to have this gratitude, to have this abundance, to feel so excited about other areas of my life the way that I do about the progress I've made in my health journey? Borrow that gratitude that you have in one area so that you can use it to persist and stay excited about whatever it is you're manifesting in the other areas of life. This is also why I recommend you should have at least 3 manifestations you're working on at a time. So if one becomes stressful or triggering and it's bringing you to that space of lack and desperation, you can change your focus to the next one where you feel more confident, you feel more abundant. The purpose of reaching for these desires, it's not that the desire fulfilled makes you happy. It's that there is enjoyment you get in the pursuit of it. And when you feel fulfilled first, the actions that follow are effortless, to the point where when you actually get that manifestation, it's not even as exciting as you think it's going to be. More often than not, you think the result is going to be more exciting to you because where you're at is so low, it's so empty or hollow or unfulfilled. It's driving you towards that desire. And we're not judging ourselves here. It's not about throwing a pity party about how needy you are or blaming yourself for feeling desperate. None of that. It's about identifying when you are reaching for desires out of the core of who you truly are and doing it from a place of gratitude where you just want to experience something because this is life and you're allowed to reach for experiences and you want to be in awe of the world around you in a different way. But it's so different than I need this and I don't have it and I'm demanding that this comes or I won't be happy. I refuse to be happy until I have this thing. The energies are so opposite. so contrasting that when you finally experience manifestation from a place of gratitude rather than from a place of lack, you will reflect on your past experiences like, oh, that's why that wasn't satisfying. That's why that didn't work, because I didn't understand at that time. All this said, even if right now you're watching this and you feel like you're in a state of lack in one area or another, know that that in itself is a choice. You're choosing to feel the absence instead of looking for ways to find the presence of those feelings in your life. There's always, always, always something to be grateful for. No matter how difficult life gets, no matter how frustrating it can be, no matter what obstacles and challenges you are facing, there is always something that you can look at and say, I'm glad that I have this. At least I have this. And most of your life, you're going to have many reasons to feel that way. I hope these analogies and stories helped you to conceptualize what it means to manifest from lack versus gratitude, how to call certain feelings into your life and manifest from that positive space, as opposed to manifesting from a desperate, needy energy, and help you to reframe the idea of manifestation so you understand it's about embodying the feeling of having it now. It's about being grateful now. It's about seeing yourself as successful now, being the most confident version of yourself now because you can, because that's available for you. Because as soon as you make that choice, it's yours. I appreciate everyone here for watching today. I highly recommend you subscribe to my Confidence Club Premium membership, where I go deeper into the topic of manifestation. I share my signature methods as well as common techniques to demystify manifestation and make it faster and easier for you. If you have not yet subscribed, remember to hit that button and tap the bell icon to be notified so you never miss out on future podcast episodes and affirmations videos. Thanks for tuning in, and I'll catch you in the next one. Bye.